Hey everybody, it's Brother Ernest, and as you know, Walmart has pulled the All Lives Matter shirt from their shelves. I'm putting it back on my shelves, and you can buy it from me. Hey everybody, so this is the shirt that I'm making. We're going to throw it here into our iColor Pro Rip. We're going to use the overprint so that I get a white underprint. Once you get your print aligned, you should not be worried too much about the red area. Let's go ahead and get this printed by hitting the little rainbow printer right there. And because this is an open print, I am not going to need to rasterize it. We are using for this method or this print a select iColor two-step media. Go ahead and take a look at this. We'll get this pressed. All right, everybody, we're going to marry this transfer now. And let's go ahead and get this on the heat press. I want to warm this up just a second. About 30 seconds is all that it'll take. I like to dog ear my transfer just by pulling the corner of it down so it gives me a place to start the marrying process out. Now this is going to be all the way to the very end, so we're going to want to make sure that our adhesive on this side, because I have less adhesive there, we want to make sure that this adhesive will give us more to the area here rather than here. So let's get this printed. Got a good hot press. So one thing you always want to do is to make sure that the bottom of your heat press we're going to put that down for 120 seconds. All right, we have 15 seconds to go. You can see a very nice, easy peel, keeping it low to the platen. And you want to peel this transfer as tight as possible. And then slow down when you get to the end. And that makes a perfect transfer. So you can see we have no ink on that. And this is what our transfer looks like now. It's ready to be applied to the shirt, which we will do. All right, we're using a Gildan heavy cotton t-shirt. And here's how you find your center line. I used to mess around a lot with a T-square it, and I found that in production times, using a T-squared is just, something like this right here, which, you have your slider bar, and it allows you to measure the center of the shirt, but it's too time consuming. Rather than folding your shirt right down the middle so that you get your heat press line, you have a center line in your shirt, and then you just match your transfer up and fold your transfer in half, and you have a perfectly centered area. And for my beard, I like to use about 4 fingers down because of my beard. Okay, so we got our transfers cut. Now we're just going to go ahead and lay these down on here. These 3 transfers for All Lives Matters. And because I have my center point, I know exactly where they need to be. And for mine, I'm just keeping mine at a certain place apart. And what we can do now is just line them up like this and get our center mark there and our center mark here, so that I know that they're centered and straight. See, I have to worry about this because of my beard. So for those of you that don't have beards, you can pretty much just get to going on this and it's okay. Now we're centered, and the only thing that I'm going to do is just make sure my placement is correct, and it's not correct here. I want exactly 2 fingers on this. Let's get this pressed, and we're going to go down for 20 to 25 seconds, and then we'll use the speed cooling method. And that's where you use a glass table. And I can already tell you the vibrancy of this is going to be very beautiful. So let's go ahead, and we're going to use a cooling block. You know, these are the 2 things that you can do to cool it down really quick. And then we just peel this sucker right off. And let's take a look. That seems pretty cool enough. We're just going to grab the end of it right here and just give it a roll right off. The right heat press every time will save you so much trouble. You just want to get that first roll, and then once you get that first roll, you can give it just a solid peel, and it'll work perfectly. And you know, I've seen people just do this so fast, and I really don't think there's a need to, but you know, to each their own. And I'll show you how to get that off right there. That's just a little bit of the adhesive. There's a secret to taking this off you probably never knew. I'll show you, even though it can just kind of scratch off with your finger. Let's get this over to the heat press. And now we want to seal the shirt. All right, everybody, now we're going to seal the shirt using our beloved T-Seal pad. And you want to seal your shirt for 20 to 30 seconds. Some people say 15. I just say put the darn thing down for 30 seconds. It'll last longer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a shirt that I've washed multiple times using our washer. I've even thrown it in the dryer, and I'll take a look at that right now. So I'm just going to go to 25 seconds and this shirt will be ready. Lowered the heat press down to 265. So you can see how cool of a shirt this is. And of course, it's not cool until I put it on. What do you think, everybody? All lives matter. Order your t-shirt today from Brother Ernest, Boston 1 Hour Hoodie and Tees. If you really think you've got a message that you want to tell and you can't find a printer to print your tee or your material, reach out to me. I will print the material that most people won't, because at the end of the day, we all know that all lives matter. So long.